Hello, travelers!
Hello.
It's Neil here.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is
To
Traveling Tour TV!
TV.
Wednesday afternoon again, almost evening. And that means, of course, that it is time today to have a nice discussion about all things travel with all of you in the chat. So on that note, if you just came in, please be sure that you have hit the thumbs up for us. We would very much appreciate it. Yes, it does help us out and helps our channel out a lot. And make sure that you are subscribed to our channel too. We have a lot of new content coming out. Every week we do live streams twice, one on Wednesdays, one on Fridays. So, and if you hit the notification bell on along with that, you will be among the first ones to be notified whenever we have something new for you.
Yes.
So, what all do we have today? We got a lot of things.
Yeah, we got a lot.
There's
a lot of new things that have been happening with cruising.
Yeah, so of course we're going to be talking about that.
Touching on that a little bit. I think everybody pretty much has a handle on it.
Yeah.
But we're going to discuss it and see what everybody thinks about different things.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's all about the community.
That's right.
And we're going to have a new fellow traveler of the week.
Yes, there is that.
And we have a new spotlight video.
Yeah, new travel vlogger spotlight,
yes.
Correct. Yeah.
We're going to do guess the background. Good luck.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck.
Today's background is hard.
Yes.
Really, really difficult. So,
we're going to talk about maybe a little bit about upcoming travel.
Yeah. We'll,
ideas we have.
We'll discuss that. So, in other words, full program today. Let's get to the chat and see who is all with us right off the bat here. I see Travels with Cheryl and that first one in. Hey there, Neil Kim. It's been a while since we were able to check in. Hey,
well, we're glad you're here.
We're glad you're here now. That's all that matters to us. So thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome, welcome. I see Anne Handley also in the house.
Hi,
welcome
Anne.
in and glad to have you here once again. Anne Handley, regular for sure here in the International Travelers Hangout. And it looks like our very first moderator today is Anthony Simone. And that means that we get to play a nice little clip that we have for our moderators. There we go. That's right, our Anthony tuning in from Florida. Welcome back, my friend. Robert Norris.
Hello,
Speaking
Robert.
of Florida, Robert and Maria are out there too. Hello, Kimberly and Neil, leaving tomorrow to head to Mexico. That is right. Robert and Maria will be traveling once again, if I'm not mistaken, to the Rio Palace Peninsula.
Yes, which is good.
You're going to have a fantastic time there.
Now,
yeah.
I'll be honest. If you do not have a good time at the Rio Palace Peninsula, I mean, I don't know what to do. No. Because they were amazing. Now, if they've changed, I apologize, but you can ask everybody who was with us on that trip. It was fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, it was absolute. The service was incredible. The staff was wonderful. The pools were great. The food tasted good.
Yes.
So I'm sure it's going to be a lovely trip. I mean, they're going for like, I think 4 nights, 3 or 4 nights. I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You should get a nice taste of it.
Yeah, and like the Rio Palace Buffalo in the Dominican Republic, there is an adult-only pool out there.
They're not doing that this time.
Oh, they're not doing that this time? Okay.
They're going to do the main
Just
building.
Okay.
That way it has an elevator.
All right.
And there's more activity at the main pool.
So why do you know all these things, Kimberly, about their trip?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I booked it?
Maybe, huh? All right. Moving on along in the chat, I see Traveling with Nick P is also once again here with us today. Welcome in, Nick. Hello, everyone from the Mall of America.
That's wonderful.
So
that's the one that has the roller coaster in it, right?
Nick, would you mind telling us a little bit about the Mall of America? Because honestly, I am not familiar with it. So if you can teach me something about that, I would very much appreciate that. Anthony is wishing Robert and Maria safe travels. Awesome, awesome. And here's our Dewey, once again also in the house. Welcome in, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us.
He's my adopted big brother.
I know, right?
Yes.
I know. It's funny because, I mean, looking at the two of you from like my perspective, that is truly what it looks like brother and sister. Whenever the two of you are together, absolutely, that's for sure what it is like. Travel Adventures with Eric B. It is to Travel and Tour TV. That's right, Eric. That's right. It is that time of the day again, and TTT TV is on. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome in. Hopefully, your trip to New York was a success. If there's, and I know you were up to exploring a lot of food options because
food is important.
There may have been a few, but hey, if there was anything else that you did on your trip that you would like to highlight or point out, please feel free to let us know. We'll have a little bit of a discussion about that. And here, Bill and Nancy from Thin Blue Lane RV Live. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. Always good seeing you in here. Our friend Gary, fellow traveler of the week last week. Him and Eva, nice discussion. Hardly ever happen.
What do you mean?
I think Gary is hinting that a lot of discussions quickly turn into arguments.
I don't know.
That is the only way that I can see, that he would be getting at here. But in our case, we hope to kind of counter the trend there, Gary. So nevertheless, welcome in, my friend. Good to have you on board today. Margie Butcher also in the house. Welcome in, Margie, from Arizona, if I'm not mistaken. Nice. Thin Blue Lane RV Live has hit that thumbs up for us. Thank you very much. We very much appreciate that. And let that be a reminder for everyone else who hasn't done that yet. Greg Carter. Hey, what's going on, Greg? Thank you so much for coming today here to the International Travelers Hangout. And here is our Duchess of Drinks with her characteristic Hola. Welcome in. That means that we get to play another clip here for our Duchess. Here we go. Our Duchess of Drinks in the house, tuning in from the state of Kentucky. Welcome in, welcome back. Gary is going to switch to his laptop. Okay. Good deal.
Margie Butcher, you missed her.
No, I said hi to her.
You didn't say hi to Margie.
I did say hi to Margie.
He's ignoring you, Margie.
I even pointed out Arizona.
I didn't. Why Arizona?
I think Margie is from there. But correct me if I'm wrong, but
Margie,
I could have sworn Margie's
from
Arizona.
I don't know, and I didn't hear you say Arizona. Maybe you thought it.
I think you were just not paying attention.
I pay attention.
What else is new there?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Anthony is throwing in good
Mexico!
old. Yes, travel cry for Mexico.
I love Mexico.
Nice. So do I. Absolutely. Hey, BTF in the house. Welcome in.
Hello.
Welcome in. Thanks so much for joining us today on this great Wednesday afternoon. Robert says it is okay, but it will be lovely when we get back. We'll be going on the first cruise out of Miami.
Yes!
Fingers crossed. Oh, nice. Good deal. Good
I
deal,
want to go
Robert.
with you.
If only, right?
I want to go with you, Robert.
Gary goes, Robert, I want to hear better reports than what we had. Yeah, compared to the Dominican Republic, absolutely. Shouldn't be too hard either. Dewey goes, of course, Kim booked it. Roberto and Maria, only choose the best.
Thank you.
That is a great, great compliment. Gary, about the Mall of America, he has been there, done that, and he got the t-shirt. All right. Yeah, I would imagine that no doubt you would have indeed done that roller coaster, Gary. Dewey goes, that makes Neil my adopted brother-in-law.
Yes!
I suppose it does. Didn't even think about it that way, but yeah, technically, yeah, you're right. Nick says it is located in Bloomington, Minnesota. This is also about the Mall of America, right next to the MSP airport. It's approximately 4.9 million square feet, and it may be the Mall of America, but the owners of this mall are from Canada. Really? Oh, that's hilarious. So in this case, I suppose that America more so refers to the American continent rather than the country USA.
It's in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But it's owned by a Canadian, but it is in America, so it is the Mall of America. It can't be a Canadian mall if it's in America.
That's where you're wrong, because America is a continent. There's North America and there is South America.
Sure.
So why could it be a reference to the continent?
It could be, but I doubt it.
Just saying. Eric says, I did a lot in New York City, but made a very small dent in my long list of things to do. Definitely not enough time. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Well, hopefully, Eric, at least you got to do the things that you really wanted to do. So I would assume that you had kind of like prioritized certain things that you really wanted to cross off. So as long as you got to do those, then hey, your trip was definitely not in vain. Cruising on the high seas in the house.
Hello.
Hola, Kim and Neil. Hey, what's going on? Glad to have you on board today. And I see that Jonathan, short from the Six Traveling Shorts, is also here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Margie says that I'm right. From next to Mexico and Arizona. All right. See, I thought so. BDF says, I guess I'm hidden. How are you hidden?
I don't know.
That I can see your comment. We greeted you. I don't think you're hidden. You're fine. Nick says, yes, there is a theme park inside the mall. Okay. Tell you what, if I think of malls in Europe, then I cannot possibly imagine a mall so big that it actually has room for a roller coaster. That is totally unreal. Cruising of the high seas, asking you a question. Did you partner up with John from the Ship Life?
Why?
No, we didn't. She didn't team up with anyone really cruising on high seas. Robert says, just come on board. We'll be expecting you on Freedom of the Seas. Just like that. Cheryl and Annette are greeting everyone in the chat, saying that they just got home from work, a little late. Hey, that's perfectly okay. Don't worry about that as long as you're here now. Gary, a little bit elaborating on the Mall of America. He says, at the Mall of America, that I could lose Kimberly and you would not be able to hear her at all. Gary, that doesn't exactly sound like an appealing place to me. That doesn't sound like that much fun, to be honest with you. And then I'm seeing a lot of meetings and greetings.
Which are important.
And then under 30 minutes, I managed to be all caught up with the comments. How about that?
You did good.
Good. So let's start talking about the developments, particularly in the cruising industry. I'm going to look at you for that, since you've been following that more than I have, as I have been at Walmart for the most part.
Okay. Well, there's definitely big differences coming up as far as what different cruise lines are doing, at least what they're reporting right now. To be perfectly honest, it seems like for me the win is Carnival, because with the Carnival cruises, you don't have to wear, it's going to be fully vaccinated and you don't have to wear a face mask. Now, wherever you want to be on the vaccinated versus non-vaccinated thing, that's fine. But as a person who's vaccinated, I don't want to go on a cruise and have to wear a mask.
Right.
And even though at this point, you're looking at a couple with one vaccinated and one not, you think, oh, well, they're going to be very attracted to going on some of the ones that are doing both. It doesn't do Neil and I any good to go on a cruise and then not being able to be in the same parts of the ship.
Yeah, no, that would not work.
Like Royal Caribbean is talking about separating people to some degree. There'll be areas that only vaccinated people can go. There might be times that only vaccinated people can be at the show. It wouldn't do us any good. And I also don't want to have to wear a mask in areas when I'm vaccinated. Now on MSC, whether you're vaccinated or not, you have to wear a mask the whole time.
As well as
and we're talking
Royal, right?
Okay, Royal, no. Royal.
Oh, that's a different story.
Okay. Royal has managed basically to piss everyone off. That's the best way to put it.
Okay, and how so?
Because on Royal, okay, even if you're vaccinated, there'll be areas that you'll have to wear a mask. So that doesn't make the vaccinated people very happy.
Right.
Also, a lot of vaccinated people don't want to travel with people that aren't vaccinated. So that makes them unhappy as well. Yeah. Because there's non-vaccinated people, and the non-vaccinated people, they don't want to travel with, or that could stop the cruise, because if they start coming down with COVID, they turn the whole ship around. Just like a mom and a dad in a car. Don't make me turn this around. With the non-vax people on the boat, that can happen easier. I'm sorry, it can. You know, if you have a big outbreak of COVID, they're going to turn the ship around and go back. So a lot of people don't want to invest their money in a ship that has vaccinated and non-vaccinated. Understandable. Now, Carnival has come out and said, only vaccinated, and we're not wearing masks.
That is reasonable, at least.
It makes sense. It does follow the science.
Yeah.
And the science is telling us now, if you are vaccinated, there's not a really good reason to wear a mask because
Right.
it's not really helping anything.
No.
But if you're around people that, okay, even if we're vaccinated, there is a small percentage of a chance that you can get COVID.
Yeah, we know that to be
Ask
true.
Elma.
Or Raphael.
Or Raphael. So there's that. Now, granted, it isn't life-threatening usually,
Right.
and you don't get overly sick. And they also feel that vaccinated people can't spread it as easily, which is good.
Yeah.
But you still can. But with the non-vaccinated, it's more of a chance of it running rampant.
Yeah.
So everybody's looking at it differently. I'll be honest, though. I really don't think for a non-vaccinated person, there's really any good options as far as cruising goes.
No, not really.
I mean, because you're not vaccinated right now.
Nope.
And do you feel there's a good cruising option for you?
No. Not at this time, anyways.
Exactly. So do you think it's going to entice people that are not? No, I'm going to put it this way. Okay. Because you can get two different perspectives on this, perhaps.
Oh, yes.
Being a non-vaccinated person,
Mm-hmm.
do you think you would want to cruise on a cruise with masks and only being allowed to go to certain areas?
No.
Okay. So do you think it would be better for the cruise lines to say, okay, we're not going to bring non-vaccinated people. We're only going to do vaccinated cruises and everybody doesn't have to wear a mask. And you just wait till your time that you would be willing to cruise non-vaccinated when they open everything up without restriction.
Well, I will say this. You have to go either one way or another way,
That's
regardless of where, I personally stand. So either it's got to be all vaccinated or just okay, we're lifting all the restrictions, basically go back to the way things used to be before the pandemic and go from there. But you cannot possibly get a hybrid.
No.
That doesn't work. That is never
No.
going to work and it's going to miss its goal completely.
Like I said, they managed to piss everybody off.
Yeah. Anyways, there is some activity in the chat here, so I'm
Okay.
going to go over some comments. Cheryl Neto saying, just got back from Cancun about a week ago. Margaritaville Island Reserve. Had a great trip. Nice. So, question about that Margaritaville Island Reserve. I don't know anything about that one. Do you know anything about that?
No.
So, what is that like, and what is it specifically known for? Cruising on High Seas, apparently thought was under the impression that it was you that partnered up from the ship with Justin from the Ship Live. Tyrannical Mystery Covers is in the house. Welcome in, my friend. Hello. And yes, at the Mall America, you probably hear Kimberly echoing Mexico. Okay, so technically it might be fun to have Kimberly say Mexico out loud there.
As loud as I could and see where you could hear me.
Yeah, and it will just echo, huh? Daniel Fields in the house. Hey, Daniel.
Hey,
Thanks so much for
Daniel.
joining us. If Nancy is around, please tell her, of course, hi from us. Gary says, Kimberly, would you be as picky about the cruise line if you were invited? Quest. Invited quest means free to you.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I mean, free? Woo.
Yeah.
I would definitely go. Free, I would go. I'll be honest. The problem,
Hard to turn down a freebie.
It's hard to turn down free.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, for us, I mean, we can spend money only once, and it is a limited amount. So we do have to kind of look at where we're getting most bang for our buck.
Yeah.
But free, kind of, that changes things up a bit. Free, I'm going to go.
Yeah. Eric points out that he is with Carnival 100% on their policy.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to say Carnival is getting some bonus points here for that particular stance that they have taken regarding this matter. They seem to be about the only one who's applying common sense here. So kudos to Carnival for that. Najuma Brown in the house. Hey, Najuma, thanks so much for joining us today. And Daniel says, if non-vax only, good option is to invest in the future. Yeah, can't argue that. Let's see here. What else? More meetings and greetings then. And Gary says, oh, guest, yeah. Gary says, okay, Neil, if there were no protocols, would you go? Absolutely. Absolutely, I would go. No problem at all. Eric says, nothing in life is 100% free. Well, Eric, in the Netherlands, there is a saying that the only thing that's free is basically the sun that goes up and down, obviously. But yeah, so they are far and few in between. Charlotte, regarding our question to them, that Margaritaville Island Reserve is a relatively new all-inclusive, and is the only all-inclusive Margaritaville. Really? That's interesting. So, is the whole island basically part of Margaritaville, or is it only a portion of the island that particular all-inclusive takes up? Let's see here. I was going to do something. Yep, there we go. Then Daniel Field says Norwegian Cruise Lines just bumped off a bunch of Florida cruises, as I believe they didn't want to mess with this exact subject.
Exactly. And we knew that was going to happen because Norwegian from the beginning was saying 100% vaccinated. They were the ones that came out at first and said, vaccinated, that's the way to go. And they're standing by that. Now, with this whole Florida thing and Texas too, okay, let's face it, it's Texas and Florida. And I understand what they're saying. I mean, in America, we have HIPAA laws and all kinds of stuff that your health and all of that is a private matter and no one can ask. I mean, there's a whole bunch of rights. And then two is when you get into vax versus non-vax, you're not just getting into health, you're getting into religious beliefs.
Yes.
So it's a slippery slope and it's a sticky situation.
It really is.
And it's hard to know what is right because I'll be honest with you, I don't think anything is 100% right. I don't think any way to handle this is 100% right or 100% wrong. It's just difficult.
Yeah.
So I understand Florida, but I also understand that with a health emergency and not wanting people to die.
There is that part.
There is that part. I mean,
that travelers do not pay for a cruise.
Yeah, if they're dead, I mean, so there's that to be said too. Now, personally, and this is a personal decision, I have no problem with talking about my vaccination status, but I do like that it is my decision to do so. Now, you also can make the decision to go on a cruise or not to go on a cruise. So therefore, I don't think that they should be allowed to ask about vaccination, whether you're going into the courthouse or whether you're going someplace locally. But when you're looking at an international business like that, I mean, I'm okay with it. But that's me. I understand why Florida isn't okay with it, but I understand why I am. Because I think the bigger...
I hope you understand why you are.
Well, I don't always. Have you all met me?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
What's going on in the chat?
In the chat, Cheryl and Annette are elaborating about the Margaritaville all-inclusive. It is small, only 148 rooms and no buffet, but really great eateries.
I will
posting some vlogs as soon as I can.
Megan,
right,
this sounds
good.
like you.
Sounds good.
Megan doesn't like buffet.
No?
No.
Okay. Tyrannical music over saying, I have the perfect job for Kimberly, standing in a ship's hull and say Mexico. That way, if it doesn't echo, there's a hole. That's funny. Sherry Awesome Sunsets in the house. Hey, Sherry, thank you so much for joining us, telling happy Wednesday to everyone. Well, hey, happy Wednesday to you as well. And thank you so much for joining us. Sherry will be coming on after us at 7 o'clock tonight.
Yay.
So keep that in mind. Once our live stream ends, Sherry will be up shortly.
And we expect you to go there.
Cheryl Netter saying it's not actually on an island, but it's just a name. Okay, now see, that is already one thing that I did not know. So that is good information there. Gary says, in my personal opinion, if the CSO collapses the recommendations, I worry if the cruise lines that would then be self-regulated would let go of the protocols entirely. That worries me. Okay.
You mean, I understand what Gary's saying. Gary's afraid that, correct me if I'm wrong, Gary. Okay, it's not so much about mask versus non-mask. What he doesn't want them to eliminate is the extra cleaning protocols, the extra hot water on the linens, the extra staff to do the cleaning, the extra washy girls to wash your hands, all of those kind of things, the limited capacity. These are all things I think that Gary wants to continue because they're the right thing.
Right.
Where if they lift all the regulations, he's afraid that the cruise lines, in a cost-saving measure, would eliminate some of those protocols that are keeping people safe because, therefore, they're no longer required to do it by law.
Yeah, I can see that concern.
Is that?
I can see that.
Did
concern.
I kind of get that right, or did I get that completely wrong? Gary?
Yeah, let us know. Daniel says they ask about vaccinations at schools.
You're right. You're right, Daniel. They
Religion
do.
is out at schools as tyrannical mystery covers. And Shell Hunter saying, Kimberly, we agree with you 100% about the vaccines. Eric says, I agree because going on a cruise also is a personal decision. They can ask you a personal question like, prove you're vaccinated.
See, that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Three Souls Paranormal. Hey, our neighbors from Pittsburgh. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for joining us once again today. Always good to see you in here. John and Nancy. There's the froggy face. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for coming. And Gary says, you are correct in what I would like to see for the cruise lines. So, yeah, keep some of those regulations and protocols that they have put in place. And I can understand that. I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt to up the sanitary standards on cruise ships. That
Just
is
across the board. I think it's a good idea.
And I'm all perfectly okay with that so long as the buffet comes back fully up and running. Then I'm perfectly okay with it.
Okay, because Neil cannot live without buffet.
No, I can't.
We went to the China buffet just the other day here in our hometown.
And I had a field day. It was awesome.
And it was great. And he was smiling and he was happy and he had buffet and it was all good.
It really was. Because it was truly the first time in a long time that things really felt normal. You know what I mean? So there's no masks. There's just load your plate and go. Just how things used to be. And yeah, there was something really peaceful about it. You have that calm Oriental music in the background. It made me happy. It made me happy. Tyrannical Music Cover says, here we can go in stores, no mask if you're vaccinated, but non-vaccinated need masks. My only thing was, how do you know if somebody's got vaccinated or not? And they're going without their mask. Yeah, you don't. That is the thing. So, and that is probably why at the Walmart where I work, they only have a very small note somewhere on the door that says about that. But nowhere near like the big posters and whatnot that they used to have up and specifically designated areas to enter the store and exit the store, and that's all gone. That is a thing of the past. I see Christine is in the house from CCK Media. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining us, Christine. It's been a while since we've seen you, but hey, it is very good to see you back in our International Travelers Hangout. Dan Zulj, wow, I'm late. Well, hey, you're here now.
Good to see you.
Regardless, Dan, it's great to see you indeed. Yeah, you have spent some time with him on the phone.
Yeah, I really enjoyed our conversation. Dan's great.
Yeah. Gary says, oh my gosh, Neil, I have to take you to a Chinese buffet on Long Island. I would probably have a field day, Gary.
He just loves Chinese buffets.
I would probably have a field day. Absolutely. Three Souls Paranormal says, I'm not vaccinated. I haven't worn my mask in months, and I drive a truck delivering food to restaurants. I haven't even had a sniffle. There you go. There you go. Good deal. And then we are all caught up once again. Some meetings and greetings going on. All right. Good. So before we move on with the next part of our live stream, I see there's 23 people after about half an hour into the live stream. If you haven't done so yet, as a quick reminder, please hit those thumbs up for us. It helps our live stream out a lot. And so we would, of course, very much appreciate that. Okay. What do you think? Background?
Sure.
All right, let's do Guess the Background. We have one once again. Hey, Nancy's in the house. Hi there, my dear friends. And hello, new corruption. That's right. Hashtag corruption. Oh, that was fun. Good times back at the Rio Palace Peninsula, where Robert and Maria will be headed tomorrow. And boy, do we have some good memories from there. Nancy, we hope that you had a good cruise despite your accident that you had. And we hope that you will recover from that very shortly. Sherry says, thank you for the shout out. I'm listening while I'm getting ready for your show. Awesome. All right, so guess the background. We're going to show you the picture behind us, and then it is going to be up to you to tell us where this picture was taken. This is without a doubt one of the most difficult backgrounds we have ever put up in our live stream, but then again, hey, you guys have been getting way too good at guessing the background, so we thought, you know what, this time we will make it a little bit more of a challenge. So what are we looking at here? I can tell you this, it is a picture that we have taken ourselves, so it did not come from anyone else. So that should eliminate multiple countries, because obviously we have not been everywhere in the world. And if you have been following our vlogs, you probably kind of can figure out where we have been. All right, let's see here. We are already getting some guesses in. Christine thinks it's the Outer Banks, North Carolina. Gary is asking us to hint at the continent. All right, hint at the continent. Can you think of a clever hint?
I can.
All right.
It's an island.
Okay, there's islands on quite literally every single continent in the world, Kimberly.
But it's an island.
Okay, that isn't going to help.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Well, then you know it's not Iowa.
Okay, Kimberly. Well, Gary, that is the hint Kimberly is giving you. That it is, it's an island. Oh, well. Dewey is thinking South Carolina. Christine is very convinced that it is out there in North Carolina. Tyrannical Mystery Cover says he can't go anywhere without a mask, even though they give him a panic attack because he needs a new... Yeah. Oh, that is not so good. Tommy Travels in the house. Hey, Tommy, thank you so much for joining us. Maybe Tommy can guess the background. Maybe. What do you think?
I don't know.
Tommy, if you have an idea of where this background could have been taken, do let us know.
It's good to have you in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel Fields thinking North Dakota. Yeah, everyone is looking at that flat land and thinking of places that have flat land. Well, that right there, yeah, that gives you a hint too. It's very flat. There's not that much hills or mountains or anything. Anne thinks Jamaica. Nancy thinks it might be England. Daniel says this continent is surrounded by water. Well, it depends on the part of the continent, but yeah. Dewey says Saint Solomon Island. Gary says, okay, so though it looks like the Russian steppes, it's not that. No, it's not the Russian steppes. Christine goes, it's Hatteras Island. Let's see here. Eric thinks Indiana. That is not a bad guess, considered how flat it is over there. Tommy saying, great to see you guys too. Yeah, how have you been, Tommy? How have you been? Christine says, or Ocracoke. I haven't even heard of that.
Neither.
Gary says, do I see part of the intercoastal waterway in the background? Gary is really paying attention to the details here. And yes, Gary, there is something like that going on there. This is a very particular area. And it's because of the way it is situated, because of the intercoastal waterway. Well, maybe it's not quite a waterway. No. But the nature that you will find on this land behind us is very particular.
It's unique.
It's unique.
Well, not completely unique.
Nancy thinks it's Australia. Margie thinks it might be the Isle of Skye. Gary goes, you said it's an island, right? Yes, it is. It is indeed situated on an island. Yes. It is an island that we have visited.
Yes.
So that should eliminate a lot too. And I can tell you this, it is not in the Caribbean.
Megan.
But our Duchess of Drinks is getting very close here, skipping guessing continents and straight away going for the right country. She thinks that it might be in the Netherlands. Yes, Megan, it is actually indeed part of the Netherlands, but where? But where? It is an island, and it is the Netherlands, but yeah, that really should put you in the right direction there. Christine says that Ocracoke is a cool little island on the outer banks of North Carolina that has a very hippie feel. Lots of artists and indie food carts, etc. Really?
Like
sounds
that.
like your place. Gary asks, could it possibly be Sawgrass Island? No, it's not that. Punta Cana. Oh, no. This is definitely not Punta Cana. Christine says you need to take a ferry to get to it. Yes, you do.
No, she's talking about the other little island.
Oh, with the other one. Okay.
And this one too.
Oh, look, we're, well, not Sawgrass, no, but Nancy goes Frisian Islands. You're getting very close now, Nancy, but it is not part of the Dutch province of Friesland, which only leaves you quite literally with one island. Terschelling, says Megan. No, it's not Terschelling. North Kakalaki, says
Actually,
Gary.
it's past East Kakalaki.
Oh, that's funny. Nathan says, is in the house. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for coming to our live stream today. Christine goes, when are we going? Oh, it's an interesting place for sure. It's, yeah, depending. I don't think to American tourists, a very well-known island, but among German tourists and French tourists, possibly a little more. Tom is asking, Little Curacao. No, it's not Little Curacao.
Although your brother's there right now. In Curacao.
He might be. Give us what, Gary?
I don't know.
Give us what? Yeah, so you know that it is the Netherlands. You know it is an island that belongs to the Netherlands. And it is not part of the province of Friesland. Dordrecht Island. No, it's not Dordrecht. A little further north, Nancy. You need to... I'll give you this hint. The province of Northern Holland. There is one island that belongs to the province of Northern Holland. Frisian Islands showing at same guess as Nancy. No, Rottermeplaat. No, Megan.
I think we got it.
But Tyrannical Mystery Covers is correct. Very, very good. This is indeed Texel in the Netherlands. Very, very good. Now, I will not put you through the pain of guessing exactly what part of Texel this is. I'm just going to give it to you. This, what you see behind us, is called the Slufter. Why is the Slufter so interesting and particular? What?
That's a weird word.
Slufter?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It sounds like something you did to somebody against their will.
No, Kimberly. Oh my goodness. How? This is how you can tell you only speak English.
It is.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, before you threw in that rather bizarre comment.
I schlufted her, but she liked it.
No, Kim. Okay, this is where the hashtag corruption comes in again. You see what's going on, Nancy? You see what's going on? It's all that corruption.
Yes.
Oh boy. Anyways, the Slufter is what makes it a very particular area is the fact that its location is right at the coast of the North Sea. However, during storms, this area tends to flood. Now, obviously, it floods with salt water. As a result of that, there is a very particular kind of vegetation going on there. So you have a lot of plants and flowers that are saltwater resistant. Now, when it is not storming, it is an area like you just see behind us where you can actually walk. So you just take the steps that you saw, you can go down, and you can really go for a nice quiet stroll there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, when it storms, it might very well, the area may flood. And yeah, then it is not so much of a good idea to go for a stroll there. Gary says it's not considered part of the West Frisian. The West Frisian Islands. Huh. if you mean the Waddeneilanden, I only know the Dutch term for it. But yeah, Texel is considered part of the Waddeneilanden. If that is what it translates to in English, then yes. Nancy goes, hashtag corruption, yes. Tommy says there's also a word that you cannot say without sounding at least a little drunk.
Yes! I agree with you, Tommy! Say it again.
The slufter.
Yeah!
Why is it so funny?
Because it is!
You know what word really is a word that you cannot say unless you're really drunk? It's a liquor. I believe it comes from Slovenia by the name of Slivovic.
Yeah, that does sound drunk.
It sounds like you need to slur it. Slivovic.
Yeah.
Tyrannical Music Covers is actually surprised that he got it correct. Yes, you did. Well, you did a great job. You sure did. Cruising on High Seas goes, what's happening here? And Nancy says, I imagine it gets flooded with how low Netherlands is at sea level. Yes.
Yeah.
And Texel is therefore no exception to that rule, Nancy. And yeah, this area with its location at the North Sea, it does get flooded with salt water. They tried at one point to turn it into land for agriculture. Well, that attempt failed miserably. And afterwards they decided, you know what, if we cannot do that, then we may as well give nature free reign here. And ever since, it has become an area for people to go visit, to go walk, take a stroll, well, provided that it isn't flooded, of course. Texel, what part? Good question. I'm trying to think here. Texel isn't really that big of an island, to be honest with you. So if you're at Texel, then yeah, it's a rock throw away for sure. But I wouldn't be able to tell you top of my head if it is east, west, north, or south. It's really a small island only. Christine says that her husband's family is part Slovenian. Okay, I did not know that. Interesting. Yeah, you were there too that time when we took the picture. Texel is very much an island that's popular among European tourists, like I was saying a little earlier. Very much known for beaches, small tiny villages to stroll around. It has a very nice looking lighthouse. Beautiful to walk in that area too. Yes, correct. Wadden Islands. Yes, indeed. And Eric says every Icelandic word sounds like you need to be drunk to correctly pronounce.
You know, I remember that. It was years ago. And it's when Neil and I were still dating. And he, of course, was familiar with Iceland, but not really familiar with the language. And for some reason, I had been looking up something or talking to someone. I think I had been talking to someone. I haven't been gaming with Icelandic people. But anyways, and said about the language. And then he starts looking stuff up with Icelandic. And he's like, tell me that isn't hard. One of the hard languages, Icelandic.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you get if you mix Celtic with
Gaelic.
Gaelic basically with Scandinavian. Yeah. Cruising on ice, he says, looks like you have fun blowing your hair. Well, actually, that's not blow dry. That's just gel that I put in. Gary said, it has to be near the Coxdorp. That
doesn't sound any better, Gary.
No. And that is probably the reason that he put it in, but yes. Yes. But here's something for you. Did you realize that the Dutch word kok, which is spelled K-O-K, actually means chef in English?
Nice.
Yeah. It's funny how language, how one word that you pronounce the exact same way in both different languages is pronounced the same way as well, but means something totally different. Hey, Ronnie and Alma in the house. Our friends from, well, speaking of North Kakalaki, here they are. Thanks so much for joining us. Ronnie and Alma from Life is Good Today. Tommy says he has a couple of Icelandic friends. I couldn't imagine trying to learn it. Yeah, that is something else. They have some characters in their alphabet, Tommy, that I wouldn't be sure how to pronounce, really. It might be looking like one particular letter, but then it might be looking as if it is crossed out in a way. And then you pronounce it a certain different way. And then there is another character that looks like a D with a little funny curve at the end. It's Yeah, a whole different animal for sure. Gary says to Nancy, that's a real town on that island. Oh, it is. It is, Gary. Yeah, you're right. That is a real town on that island. But like I said, it doesn't really translate to what it translates to in English because it's Dutch, obviously. But nevertheless, very nice island to visit and not that far from Amsterdam. So if you ever head to Amsterdam, I would say within, let's say an hour, hour and a half perhaps, you could be at that island. Now, I would advise against going there in the winter time. That is not particularly the nicest time of the year to go there.
There are things that are only open seasonally.
Yeah, in the spring or in the summer, yeah, it's really nice out there.
And I will say this, is if you are a person that enjoys biking,
oh yeah,
this would be an absolutely fantastic location to do a bike tour.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, it's a small island, so to get from one place to another doesn't take a whole lot of time, even if you were to travel on a bicycle. So
and
yeah.
I have a question too.
What?
I had seen a lot of these when we were there, and I think you can rent them. The bicycles that have the motor.
Yes.
So
what about them?
You could. What I'm saying is, if you don't feel that you have the stamina to do that much biking, one of the bikes with the motor could help.
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, that is a thing that has been coming up more and more lately in the Netherlands. Bicycles that also have a little bit of an engine. So can you use it as a regular bike? Sure, but then you kind of charge it as you go, I suppose.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you just want
to
take a break or something, or you want to go up a hill, then yeah.
Or go a little faster.
Yeah, then you can just use the little engine. Tyrannical Music Over says, so in other words, you can spit on one side of the island and catch it on the other side. Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose so. Tommy says also, if you're a person that enjoys flooding, it's a great place to visit.
Yes.
That is entirely true, Tommy. Yep. Christine says that they love biking. It sounds awesome. Oh, yeah. I tell you what, the Netherlands in general is great for biking. If you were to say you would want to travel only by bicycle across the Netherlands, you can do that.
Yeah, they actually have enough
there is a whole network of cycle lanes available, and you can quite literally travel all the way from the deep south to the far north.
What's the farthest
on a bicycle?
Bike in the Netherlands?
In the Netherlands, not that far. I'd say maybe 10 miles.
Really? Is that all?
Maybe a little more than that.
You said that one day you went like all the way into Belgium and stuff.
That was when I was living in Belgium. You asked me about the Netherlands.
Yeah, when you were living in the Netherlands. I thought the one day you did a big trip.
That was when I was living in Belgium.
Okay, when you lived in Belgium, how far did you go?
It's probably like 50 miles, something like that.
50 miles by bike.
Yeah. It was a racing bike that I borrowed from my dad. And yeah, very nice. Belgium is not bad to go bicycling at either, but I would say the cycle lanes in the Netherlands are better maintained and more so readily available rather than they are in Belgium. Eric says that there is a lot of biking in New York City, especially in Manhattan. Really? That surprises me because that is a rather busy area. I wouldn't expect there to be a lot of biking there. Gary says, neighbor of mine took a bike tour of the Netherlands for 3 weeks. Yeah, oh yeah, you can totally do that.
Certainly do that.
Yeah, not a problem. That would have been very nice, no doubt. Nancy, who is quite familiar with Belgium, says, we took a cycling trip all around Belgium when I was there as a student. Good memories. Yeah. See, there's another great example. Yes, Belgium, like I said, you can definitely go on a bicycling trip too. And it is not uncommon there to see people on like those racing bikes that look almost like professionals with the helmet on and special outfits. And yeah, it's really a thing there. Christine says, Western PA has a bunch of rails to trails we have explored. You can get from Pittsburgh to DC on these trails. I have actually heard about that, Christine. There is indeed like a whole trail that takes you from Pittsburgh into DC. And I would like to check that out sometime. It sounds very interesting. I think it will be a very scenic route. I got to help develop the trail system as a civil engineering designer. Did you? That's awesome.
Wonderful.
That's awesome. And Eric says lots of the parks are set up to rent bikes everywhere. Yes. Yes. Well, that's good then. But again, Eric, I'm quite surprised to hear that. I did not see that coming. So learn something new yet again today. That's great. All right, good. I think it is time for our next fellow traveler of the week. What do you say?
No.
Come on. I know you want to move on to
Yes,
fellow traveler of the
yes,
week.
I like this fellow traveler of the week.
There we go. All right. New fellow traveler of the week. Here we go. All right, Dan, congratulations. You're the new fellow traveler of the week. Dan, you have been with us for so long. I do believe it all started after you had checked out a vlog of ours regarding a Mexico trip.
Yeah.
That is when you started coming into our live stream, and well, the rest is history. You've never left, really.
No, and we are so glad to have you.
Absolutely. How often do we see you in here, stopping by to talk and everything? So
and now I get to talk to you on the phone.
This was coming. Yeah. The great conversation with Kimberly, apparently, which is awesome. So big congratulations again. Well deserved. I don't have, unfortunately, or didn't have a great picture of you, so I didn't have any picture of you, to be honest.
If you can send us a picture of you, we'll put it up.
But once again, congratulations and very, very well deserved. All right, back to the comments here. Gary says to me that rails to trails generally have no more than a 3-degree slope. Really? That's surprising, because if I think of if it is indeed like the Pittsburgh to Washington, D.C., that takes you right through all the mountains and everything. So that's remarkable. Nancy going, Dan the man. And then more congratulations are starting to come in for our Dan here, from Gary, from Christine, from Anne, from Ronnie and Elma. Daniel says, welcome to the club.
Yes.
The Duchess. And then there is some meetings and greetings following that. And Dan himself says, what a surprise. Thank you so much. Oh,
you're welcome.
That was coming. That was just coming. But hey, you are absolutely most welcome. Because you don't have a channel, we cannot put you up on our on the main page of our YouTube channel, but it will be announced on our To Travel and Tour community page. Speaking of which, if you are not yet a member, and this is for everyone, if you are not yet a member of our To Travel and Tour community on the Facebook, please feel free to join. It's a very easygoing and laid-back kind of group. We don't have entire protocols with rules and regulations, and we have been counting on everyone's common sense, and for the most part, it has been working. You can post anything travel-related you want there, pictures, videos, blogs, anything really, as long as it is travel-related, or, of course, food and beverage-related. As good travelers, we also like to enjoy good food and good drinks. Christine says, trains don't like big hills. No, I suppose they don't. That is very true. And Gary says that trains could generally not handle more than 3 degrees. Hence, on the trails you go through the old rail tunnels and bridges. Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's interesting. Cruising on the high seas, asking what the link is to the To Travel and Tour community. If we have a moderator in our live stream that could give the link to Cruising on the High Seas, just put it in the chat. And everyone else who wishes to join, please do so. Gary says, I have ridden the one from Atlanta to Birmingham. Really? Wow. That's actually quite a distance, right, Gary? That's what, how many miles? Several hundred, I would imagine. That's nice. Sherry also congratulating Dan here. Good deal, good deal. So yes, guys, once again, for Fellow Traveler of the Week, what does it consist of? How do you get to be Fellow Traveler of the Week? It's really, really simple. If you support us, and mind you, you can support us in many ways. That is not limited to super chats, PayPals, or anything monetary. If you show up for our live streams, if you watch our videos, participate in our To Travel and Tour community, you leave comments, we look to all of that. Travel with us for all.
Yeah, that's even better.
That's even better. Those are all ways that you could put yourself on our radar, and sooner or later we will declare you to be Fellow Traveler of the Week. Mind you, you do not, and I reiterate, you do not have to be a creator to become Fellow Traveler of the Week. Today accentuated that once again because Dan is not a creator. So, but nevertheless, he's fellow traveler of the week. Why? Because they're all fellow travelers, creator or not. If you support us, you support us. That doesn't make a difference to us. No. Christine says it is so cool to see the old industrial relics along the trail. It is an experience. Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. And you know what? It reminds me of the 5-star trail too, Christine. I'm sure you are familiar with that. But for those of you who are not, the 5-star trail is indeed a trail that runs not too far from our house here and goes all the way from Greensburg into Youngwood. It's, how many miles would it be? I'm going to say maybe 7 miles, something like that, to Youngwood. And yeah, you can either bike there or walk there or jog there. There's, and there's hardly any slopes there either to speak of. And it is car-free, mind you. So very nice indeed. Christine's just going to buy you a prize. That's supportive. Sure. Oh, that's funny.
Road trip to Victoria's Secret.
There you go. A road trip to the mall. Yeah. Nice. All right. So then, of course, we also have something, and we'll move on with that part now, which is Travel Vlogger Spotlight. Yeah. Now, Travel Vlogger Spotlight is just like Fellow Traveler of the Week, another way for us to give back to our community, but in a different way. When it comes to Travel Vlogger Spotlight, we single out a particular video. Typically, this is a video that hasn't really been getting an awful lot of attention yet, but we feel that it should get more attention. So what we do then is put it in our Travel Vlogger Spotlight and put the creator in the spotlight that way, and hopefully, and that they get some more traffic their way. So let's play the little clip we have for Travel Vlogger Spotlight. Here we go. All right, Travel Vlogger Spotlight it is. So this week, Kimberly found this video by nobody less but our moderator, Anthony Simone. Yes. About Disney's Animal Kingdom. Mm-hmm. This video is just only like 3 minutes long, and it has some really cool pictures like the one you can see in here. I really like this shot. That has to be like my favorite shot in the video. But check it out. It's really a neat video with a lot of beautiful pictures. Well put together. And it hardly has gotten any views. So be sure to check it out. You won't regret it. So Anthony, good job on your video. You know that we left a comment. So congrats on getting into our Travel Vloggers Spotlight.
Now you get millions of views.
Yeah, right. Something like that. So Gary is talking about that trail from Atlanta to Birmingham, pointing out that on the Silver Comet Trail, it's about 150 miles, which is a 3-day trip one way for us.
Oh my God.
Wow. That's a long trip for sure, but well worth the effort, I'm sure. Christina having a good laugh here. Ruth Todd in the house. Hey, Ruth, thank you so much for joining us today. Good to see you. Christine saying, you guys are so awesome. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Cruising on the High Sea says, what's a meal? I haven't been able to go to one for over 50 months now and still counting.
You mean a mall?
A mall. Okay. Yeah, I know. Sherry really liked that picture. And here's our crazy Spaniard.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. It really does remind you of the Tree of Life, doesn't it? Anyways, Rafael, welcome in. If Amanda is around, please tell her hi from us. And if she's working, tell her hi later on. We are going to play that Spanish guitar for you that we have. There we are. That's right, our amigo from Oklahoma tuning in. Welcome back, my friend. Always good to have you in here with us.
Troy.
We'll get to that, Kimberly.
Hi, Troy.
Mouse. Here's the mouse.
Troy.
Yeah. Here,
Troy.
give me your hand. Here's
Troy.
the mouse.
Look, I'll click on Troy.
I'll take the mouse back. Yeah, no, we're not going to mess up the laptop, Kimberly. Let's not do that, and particularly not during a live stream, shall we?
You want me to push buttons?
Yeah, no, that's quite all
You
right.
wanted me to push buttons. I should push buttons.
No, I'm not doing that. Anyways, some congratulations are coming in for our Anthony on getting into our travel vlogger spotlight. Here from Anne, here from the Duchess. Compliments here from Tyrannical Music Covers too. From Nancy, Anthony, way to go. Tyrannical Music Covers say, I never got 1 million views. Don't tell a fan.
No, you got 2 million views.
2 million, right? Yeah. And there is Troy, so now you can say hi. What's going on, Troy? Busy day here, lurking today. Are you? Oh, well, we got something for our lurkers too here in a moment. So, anyways, welcome back. Good to see you in here. Tyrannical Music Covers posted a new video. Good deal, good deal. Raphael goes, is the picture behind you the buffer after we... Oh, that's funny.
Yes, we improved it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Down.
That is not it, Raphael, but we did already do guess the background indeed. Yes, what you're looking at here is the Dutch island of Texel, right off the coast of the province of North Holland. Why this particular piece of Texel? Well, this is called the Slufter. Yes, go ahead, Kimberly. Do your laughing for that Dutch word again. We know you find it funny. Go ahead, go laugh. Go laugh, go laugh. No?
What was the one that Gary said?
Oh, the Koksdorp.
It's cock syrup.
Cough syrup?
Cock syrup.
You're broken.
I am.
You're just broken. Anyways, Raphael. Well, Kimberly is just trying to regain herself. The area behind us of Texel is called the Slufter, and what makes it special... What? What is it now?
Slufter. It's good.
Maybe you just shouldn't practice Dutch.
No.
Maybe you shouldn't.
It's all bad.
Anyways, third attempt. Thank you. What makes this area special, Raphael, is the fact that this...
I'm talking Dutch.
Maybe you can explain it.
It's absolutely.
No. Okay, no one knows what you're talking about.
Okay, it's afsluiten, and that means
What?
to shut down.
You mean afsluiten, not afsluiten. What is afsluiten?
Afsluiten means to shut down. That's what the computer says. Neil's computer when it's in Dutch. It says
Okay,
afsluiten.
Kimberly, now it is really time to just shut your mouth for a moment. Raphael, so about this area, okay? What makes it special is the Don't lick my hand, Kimberly. Oh, gee. You're in rare form today.
Yes.
It's situated at the coast, and it tends to flood when it is storming, but it floods with salt water. And because of that, there is a lot of saltwater resistant like plants and flowers out there. So yes, that's what makes it special. Lindy Lou in the house.
Hey, Lindy Lou.
What's going on? Thank you so much for joining us today. What happened to the mouse now?
You handed it to me.
Yeah. See, you messed everything up because I don't know where I was in the comments. Missing people. Here, there is Lindy Lou. That is where I was. Late to the party, says Lindy Lou. Hey, rather late than never. Thank you so much for joining us. Tommy says that the Mall of America is pretty much back to normal now and no mask required. Really? That's awesome.
Thanks for that information, Tommy.
That's awesome. Yeah, thank you for letting us know. That's really good. Cruising on the High Sea says, these darn big fingers I got hard to type on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will do it. All right, let's see here. Christina having a good laugh here. Some talk among our fellow travelers. Christine goes, oh gosh, I've missed you, Kim. Gary congratulating Anthony. Ruth says, looks like we're probably going to cancel our Bermuda trip on the Norwegian in October. I still refuse to get the shot without full FDA approval.
Well, Moderna's
Totally
getting
understand.
close. Moderna's getting close to that FDA approval.
Ruth, I totally understand where you're coming from on that. Absolutely, absolutely. But nevertheless, it is a shame that it has to get to this point. I mean, that is really a bummer. Call me V in the house. Hey, what's going on? Thanks so much for joining us. Hello, Kimberly, Neil, and all you beautiful people. Absolutely. Welcome back here in the International Travelers Hangout. At this point, you're certainly no stranger anymore to our live stream. It's good to see you in here once again. Here, by the way, it is cannon time, says Gary.
Okay.
Oh boy. Looks like
well, give him the cannon.
We are going to give him the cannon. Let's see here. We have the cannon here somewhere. Oh, better click out of that first. Well,
just give him the cannon.
All right. Let's see.
I'll get my phone. Just give him the cannon.
I think I can see my phone too. There it is. Okay, here comes the cannon for Gary.
Hello.
Yeah, we don't really have anything for PayPals yet, but hey, we are treating it as such anyways.
Yes.
But very
Just
generous
to say,
donation once again
thank
from
you.
Gary. Thank you so much for that.
We appreciate it.
For that PayPal. Absolutely appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. So that was for Gary, the cannon. I'm glad he likes that.
I am too.
That's good. That's good. Let's see. Tyrannical Mystery Covers asking how everyone is doing in the chat. Oh boy. Call me because I'm with Kimberly. Sherry having a good laugh. Gary is asking, what the heck has she been drinking?
Nothing.
Is your sparkling water. This is non-alcoholic. I don't know what has been going on, but this is, yeah, I don't know. Christina having a good laugh here. Eric says cough syrup. Tommy goes, yes, cough syrup. I am visiting Vicks Vapor Rub in August. Oh, that is hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. Visiting Vicks Vapor. Oh, that is so funny. Ruth is very convinced that it was tequila.
No.
Ruth, judging by the way she's acting today during our live stream, I would not have been surprised if it was. Gary goes, time to get the room, you two. I know, right? You would almost think. Lindy Lou says, Kimberly's having fun.
Always.
Yes. She's waving at you. You're waving back now. Tyrannical Music Covers is trying to find Troy's channel. I don't think
he doesn't have
one. Christine says that my hair is dancing. Yeah, it was a special kind of gel I used, Christine. Lovey's Fat Live in the house. Hey! Hello, everyone. Dropping in to say hello. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us. Very much appreciated. Quick request, if you haven't done so yet, please hit the thumbs up for us. And for everyone else who hasn't done so yet, it helps us out, helps our channel out. We would very much appreciate that. More meetings and greetings then. I see that Loveys is getting a warm welcome. Awesome. That's right. If you do see anyone coming in the chat, please be sure to acknowledge them, to say hi, because odds are that you will get to them before we do, due to the large amount of comments we go through in our chat. Tommy is really going for the comment of the day here with his Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yes.
Yes, he sure is. Lindy Lou's toasting to the party. Nice. Let's see. Call Me V is almost crashing her car. She's driving and laughing her rear end up. Gary says PayPal says it was sent to Kimberly. Yes, and it was, but it's technically our joint PayPal, Gary.
And it goes, what he did was, instead of checking the PayPal, he checked the
email that it is linked to. Yeah, exactly. Lenny Lou says, Dewey said hi, but I don't see him. Hello, is he lurking?
Yeah.
Maybe he is. Rue says, I think Kimberly hit some Blanco tequila in her sparkling water. Yeah. Again, I would not be surprised.
It would be the yellower ones. Those are ones I tend to like.
Margie says that there is some much needed raining going on out there in Arizona. Good.
I'll tell you what, we got some serious rain here the other day. I was stuck at the Aldi.
Yeah, you were.
It was bad.
Yep. Dewey says that he is here, but haven't had a lot to add yet. Did it all earlier. All right, that's fair.
There you go.
Christine says, so when are we going to Okra Coke?
We'll look into it.
Lovey says thumbs up is done. All right. Thank you so much for that. Very much appreciated. Dan says 31 days till the edge. Thanks to my all-star TA, Kimberly.
I'm so glad to help you. It was my pleasure, as always.
Hey, I really hope then that you will have an absolutely fantastic time. Absolutely fantastic time. And I'm sure that when you come back, you will let us know how everything went. We'll definitely be spending some time in our live stream to your trip.
Yes.
Lindy Lou, happy to see Dewey. Tyrannical Mystery Covers having a good laugh over Vic's Vapor Up. Christine says it's finally not raining here. That's right. Lindy Lou saying Arizona could use rain. Good to hear, Margie. Yes. Okay. Good deal. Well, we got something for our lurkers out there.
Yes.
So, it being said that there are some today, let's play the clip for that. Yes, it is time for our lurker appreciation moment again. Once again, we are fully aware at this point in time that there is a nice amount of lurkers that have been following our content. If you are one of them, please make yourself known at this time so we can at least acknowledge you. Afterwards, you can retreat once again to the shadows you've been lurking from. If you really feel you need to after making yourself known, of course. But hey, there are success stories, if I may say so, of lurkers that have come out of the shadows and actually ended up traveling with us. Yes, Dawn and Heather, they were two of them. Absolutely. They're a lot of fun.
They are.
Yeah, I don't think they're here today, but maybe they will hear us talk about them if they catch the replay. So, all right, Rafael says it is 90 degrees here, so hot, jumping in the pool after this. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing. Maria in the house. Yeah, hello, Kim and Neil. Thanks again for the arrangements for tomorrow's trip to Cancun. Awesome. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today.
Now, remember, okay, I have some little reminders for Maria and for Robert. When you get to Cancun, you do have transfers that are already booked. They're with the Amstar people. Now, everyone here, when you go to Cancun and you get your baggage, you go straight through the doors. And there will be all these people insisting that you talk to them. Talk to none of them. Do not make eye contact.
No. Keep walking.
Go straight. Get out. Get outside. And then once you get outside, you'll go a little ways and across the thing. And then you'll come across like all kinds of stands and other people.
Yep.
Now, there will be some people that will try to tell you, I have your transport. They don't.
Right.
Go to the Amstar representatives, and they have the blue shirt on with the Hawaiian print. You're familiar with the Amstar people. You met them at our last resort, but they're good people. And you go to them and give them your name, and they will get you to your transport and get you to the resort.
Exactly.
And it's not real far.
No. Dewey says, I think we are supposed to get some rain later this week. All right. Cruising on the High Seas came up with a little song. If there's something strange in your travel plans.
Yeah.
Who are you going to call?
Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Yeah. You should.
There you go. I should not be singing.
You should never sing.
In the event your internet just dropped or there is a large crack in your screen, I do apologize. Yes. Christine says, like Elsa says in Frozen 2, show yourself. Yes. Dewey says that it's very pleasant where he is today at 79 degrees. Okay, good deal. And Eric says we always have more than enough rain here in Louisiana to share. Yeah, that is kind of known for it. Lindy Lou is a good bit warmer than where Dewey is, 88. Rafael says, do not talk to anyone inside. Gary then talking to Maria here. And Sherry goes, go straight through. Do not pass. Go. Do not collect $200.
Do not buy the timeshare.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. You'll regret it. Yes. Dan is telling Maria that she will love the Rio. Yeah, because Dan has stayed there, so he knows about it. Maria says thanks for the reminder and says hi to everyone. And here's a lurker. It's Eric's doppelganger. Thank you so much. Dan says, don't make eye contact. Talking to Maria here. And Gary says, Neil, I was singing to Maria. Oh, okay. Good deal. That's funny. Okay. Let's see here. I think we had one more topic to discuss.
Yeah, travel plans.
Yes, travel plans. All right. That is what we're going to close our live stream with. In about 15 minutes from now, we will have Sherry from Sherry Awesome Sunsets coming up with her live stream. So real quick about travel plans.
Okay, what I have done, and I will let all of you know this, I have come up with possibilities. Lots of different options, lots of different prices, lots of different times, lots of different ways of doing it. And I have now shown them all to Neil.
Okay. Yeah, but they would have figured that.
So what are the plans now?
Well, Kimberly apparently found something good for a cruise to Alaska. Yes, once again Alaska, but a different ship this time. So
and
instead of what was the original
well, here's the
ship?
thing. It all started, and I'll give you a little how this all started. We of course, always want to do group trips. We love to spend time with our fellow travelers. Unfortunately, it's not always possible due to all the different types of things that are going on, and it's hard. But and also too, like I've always said, you can spend money only once, and he always says that too. We really wanted to do Europe. We really wanted to go to Italy.
Yeah, that was just
we
not
just
doable.
can't.
No.
We just can't afford it right now. And what Neil does is he generally gives it, we say, okay, this is the budget.
Yeah, we set a budget for the year and we go from there. That's what we have to work with.
That's all we have to work with.
Yeah.
So, and we want to be able to travel as much as possible. So the idea of although we would love to do Europe, the thing is when we do it, we want to do it properly, and we want to do a lot of touring and expensive things. And also we were thinking, well, if we can combine it with visiting his family, then maybe this would be something we could do. But right now, it's not possible for us to visit his family at that time.
No.
So financially, there was just really no way that we could do it. And I put that into the chat the other day into on our WhatsApp, and let the people that know that we're looking at coming to Europe with us. Now, as he said, one of the things that we're looking at right now is possibly going to Alaska. I found a very good deal on a Carnival ship. But there's the problems that come with that.
Yeah.
So there will have to be decisions made.
Yeah.
Now, I've also found some other things that were Caribbean that might be a possibility for later, depending. Basically, some of these deals I found, I could probably do 2 or 3 trips to what that one to Italy was going to cost us.
Yeah.
So, and I've also looked at going back to an all-inclusive resort, but right now the airfare is really high to those.
Yes, the airfare, that's it's weird because on one hand, airfare to Europe seems to be more than reasonable. And meanwhile, airfare to Caribbean, Mexico is like outrageous. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
And I really want to start cruising.
Yes, we are at that point.
I really want to start cruising. I really want to. Ideally, I would like to do a couple of cruises and Europe this year.
Yes.
Before January.
Oh, okay. I'm learning something new here.
But I would.
Good luck working with our budget.
Yeah, I can't do that.
All right, going back to the comments here. Let's see here. Dan says, just stare at the floor on the way through the airport. There you go. Yes, don't make eye contact. Whether you're staring at the floor or you're just staring straight ahead, just don't make eye contact. Gary goes, yeah, so where am I not going this time? Yeah. We'll come up with something, Gary. Christine says, Gettysburg. I would love to do Gettysburg. Yeah, that would actually be an easy trip for us. Maria says, thanks for the tips. I promise not to talk to anyone inside and not buy a timeshare. Excellent. Excellent. And Eric is giving us 3 likes today. Well, hey, we appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. And Gary says that Alaska can be almost as expensive going to Europe. So you would think.
I priced out Alaska on several different cruise lines. But I looked at this. There's one in particular that there is a window on what is that?
It is just an icon. Come on, keep talking.
On Carnival. And apparently some people have a special deal on it. Now, if I'm more than willing to look and see if you have the deal on it. But for me, I'm going to tell you, it's like $400 a person for a balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard me. For a balcony. So, and you could stay completely within the United States.
Yes, and there's benefit to that too. So Rafael is encouraging us to just join them on the Lolita Loca cruise. I doubt that's going to happen, but hey, never say never. Rafael says, let's wait for our free one for Alaska.
I don't plan on just going once to Alaska.
Well, hey, there you go. The itinerary that is for the cruise that you looked into now, that looks really good, though. There's some really interesting stops there, particularly the one that area to sail through. With the stunning scenic views, absolutely. 400 per day, Kimberly? No, the whole cruise. Rafael says you can put your TA number somewhere in Carnival, and there is some discount happening.
Yeah, I got those, and I also got for there's two different kinds. Now, some of them are for like I think Gold and Plus people, and some are for travel agents. Yeah, there's some that I can get both kind of deals on, but right now would be the time to definitely book Carnival. Yeah.
Gary says that is cruise only, but if you go to Alaska, you really need to add the Denali Land Tour.
Eventually we will. And of course, that is something we definitely want to do.
Yeah.
But at this point, we got to look at what we can do.
That's right. Christine says, is Alaska cold? Me and cold don't get along.
No.
It's not like Caribbean, of course, but I don't think it's... well, it depends on what you define as cold.
Right. There's going to be a lot of 50s degrees weather, too.
Yeah. Cruising on the High Seas says, if I was going to Alaska, I would want to do the north and south. Okay. All right. So you want to venture all the way up. Okay.
Yeah. Eventually, yeah. I mean, ideally, I would like to do Princess, and I would like to do a cruise tour.
Yeah.
But we just can't. No. It's not that we don't want to. It's just that we can't. And rather than just sit home and wait, we want to go.
Yeah. Gary asking, what month is this in? Don't say August. Yeah, about that. But isn't there one that goes August into September, like at the far end of August?
Yes. We can do, there's different ones we can look at. There's August into September. And I found some pretty good deals for Caribbean in October. So. Yeah.
Lenny Lou knows that $400 for a week's cruise to Alaska for a balcony is unbelievably cheap. No kidding. Call Me V says Italy is worth the money if you compromise with land trips with ocean view. Yeah, but I'm not saying that it isn't. It's just that our budget is our budget. And our Duchess says, with Carnival, aren't you looking at like $150 per day for the Wi-Fi and drinks?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, how does that work?
If we were going to get the, what's it called? If we were going to get the drink package and stuff, yeah. But to be honest, Neil and I aren't. I have some onboard credit from when we didn't get to go on a Carnival cruise. And we're probably just going to buy loose drinks. We're going to bring the 2 bottles of wine on board with us that we can bring. And I'm going to bring some sparkling water. And I really want to see what it's like. I really want to see what's going on right now. So that's why I'm kind of pushing to get us there sooner rather than later. Because I want to see what it's like. And I want to see what cruising is like right now. Is it everything I could have wanted? No, but it's what we can afford.
Yep. Call Me V cannot believe that price either, the 400. Yeah. Yep. Gary says that October Caribbean might work.
Okay. That is something like I said, I'm looking at.
Golly V is very interested. Pinch me. Cruising on the high seas is what I mean is north and southbound routes as it is normally one way
Yes.
only.
Yes. If you could do it back to back in Alaska, that would be fantastic.
Yep. Dewey asking, when is it? I already have the Holland America cruise on July 31st.
Yeah. Would you like to do Alaska back to back, Dewey?
There you go. Yeah, ours will be somewhere in August. Not sure when. And again, nothing has been finalized yet. Rafael says, I will definitely bring my 2 bottles of wine on the Mardi Gras.
Yes.
Okay, good
Like
deal.
I said, you can do that, and that's probably what we're going to do.
Yeah. Jamie says, hi, guys. Just now hopping on here. Hope all is well. Hey, Jamie, thank you so much for joining us. Yes, we're doing great here. Just about to start wrapping it up. But nevertheless, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that. Lindy Lou is asking, is that a travel agent rate?
Like I said, some of them are travel agent rates, some of them are not. Some
But
of them
the
are
$400, that's
no, that's
obviously...
a VI. Here's the thing. It's not just a travel agent rate because because I bring it up and there are travel agent rates. But this one is also a VIP rate. So if you belong to their, apparently some people got this rate and some people did not. Because I looked up under Neil's. I don't know if he's not high enough.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that the $400 is not available to everyone?
No.
Okay, well,
that is
people need to know this.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Okay.
So if you want me to check for you, if I can get it for you, please contact me and give me your Carnival number and I can look it up and see if I can get it for you. If not, I mean, they still have good deals right now on that cruise. It just wouldn't be quite that cheap.
Right. Travels with Cheryl, let's say I'll try to get the vlogs of Margaritaville up as soon as again so you guys can see that. Awesome. Thank you so much. And Jamie says, I'm going to the Bahamas in September for my birthday. Ooh, nice. Good deal, Jamie. Rafael says, $400 per person at this end. Remember, you have to pay for tips every day. Yeah, but that's still a very good deal, Rafael.
I mean, you're talking $800 for a balcony cabin for 2 people for a week.
That's peanuts.
I mean, even if that's just your food.
Yeah. And Jamie is adding to that, I also look at my first ever cruise. Oh,
nice.
That's awesome. Lindy Lou saying, okay, everyone doesn't get that price. Apparently it's the luck of the draw.
You got to let me know, and I got to get your Carnival number, and I got to look it up for you.
Yeah, if you want Kimberly to look into that for you,
let me know.
Contact her either through direct message on the Facebook or shoot her an email at totravelandtour@gmail.com. All right, guys, we're almost coming up on 7 o'clock here.
Yeah.
That means that Sherry from Sherry Awesome Sunset is going to be going live here momentarily. So hop over to her live stream. If there's a moderator in here that can drop the link for that, that would be great. And once you get there, please let Sherry know that you're coming on behalf of a TTT raid.
Yes.
We would very much appreciate you doing that. Of course, thank you to everyone who joined us today. It was, as always, a pleasure to be talking to everyone. Special thank you, of course, to our moderators who made sure that everything went nice and smooth. And, of course, to our super chatter, Gary Krebs, for yet another very, very generous donation. Thank you very much. On your way out, excellent. There is Megan with the link to Sherry's live stream. Perfect.
Thank you, Megan.
Rafael does say that is a great deal. Just make sure that they know it's per person, not per cabin. Yes, that's a good thing to mention for sure. And Lindy Lou says, I used to say I wouldn't pay over $100 per day per person. Okay, all right. Rafael also dropping the link for Sherry's live stream. Very good. And on your way out, guys, if you haven't done so yet, please hit those thumbs up for us.
We would appreciate it.
Absolutely. Friday, we will be back for our Night Owl edition at 11 p.m. EDT. And then on Monday, we have yet another premiere at 4:30 p.m. EDT. It's another vlog of the Dominican Republic. All right, guys. Hope to see you soon on Friday. And until next time, this is Neil.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is To Travel and Tour TV. Bye.